Computer. All right, here we go. Happy Monday evening, Life Mastery Mastermind. And I want to talk with you guys and those of you who are on the call. Thank you for showing up. I know it was a beautiful day out there, so some of you are still out there having fun. If you're watching on replay, I'm going to be posting this on our group, so type below in the comments replay and let me know what you came up with in the comments, please. All right, so what I want to talk to you guys about is reversing your normal impulse to speak. That's the first thing. Most of the time, when somebody tells you something, you get excited and want to tell them something similar. So Isaac went swimming today and everybody has a swimming story. Or I mentioned that I went skydiving and Liam said that his chute didn't open like twice when he was skydiving. So those are the things we're talking about. We want to be careful. We're listening more than we're speaking. But Isaac, can you tell us what the 7 P's are?
Wrote down on a sticky note and everything.
Oh, you wrote it down on a sticky note and everything. You don't have it memorized yet?
Okay. Proper.
Mm-hmm. I'll type them into the chat so you guys see them.
Proper, pretty. I don't remember them. I forgot it. I had them on a sticky notepad and
All right. The first thing you guys should write down is the 7 P's. The 7 P's. All right. And I will give you 30 seconds to write those down. You should only need about 3 seconds per word. So hustle, hustle, hustle if you don't have those written down. And proper prior planning prevents pretty poor performance. So we're going to be talking about that now in just a few seconds while you guys are furiously writing. Wesley, where'd you go? Are you writing? Oh, there's your face. Okay, you're just head down. Gotcha. Yes, Isaac.
Do I have to write these down if I already have them written down on the sticky note?
No, you're okay. You need to memorize them though. Yeah. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're done. Isaac's done, I'm done. Wesley's done. Waiting for a thumbs up from Liam. There it is, thumbs up, okay. So we're gonna be thinking about pretty much the next month. You guys go back to school in September, right? All right. So that basically gives you 2 months of summer. June was kind of a waste, wasn't it? Because it was just pouring rain the whole time. And yeah, I get it. But we want to talk about proper prior planning for our summer and things that we need to pay attention to. So I'm going to ask you guys what you come up with. Okay, so I want you to make 3 things, and I'm going to tell you what those are. So the first topic is this. I'll write it in the chat here. Make your first topic threats. Threats.
What are threats?
Threats. Isaac, I'm going to kill you later. That is a threat.
Oh,
right.
those. I thought they were clothing. I was thinking of a different thing.
Threads.
Yeah,
all right. So
that's what I was thinking.
When your sister says, I'm going to lick my finger and stick it in your ear, that's a threat. Okay, if she follows through with it, that was a promise. A little bit different. But we're talking about threats right now. And over the summertime, you don't really have to do school, do you? But what are you going to be faced with if you don't keep your mind active? If you don't keep your body active, if you don't work on that inner spirit, what are you going to be faced with? What kind of threats are you facing if you don't do anything with your summer mind, body, spirit? What do you think, Isaac?
Your mind will weaken, your body will weaken, and your spirit will weaken.
Weaken. Wesley, what do you think? What else do you have there? What are the biggest threats maybe to you? It might be different for you. Liam, chime in. Well, Wesley, when you speak, you have to unmute yourself. Let me help you. I'll go like this. There.
All right. So about the threat,
Yes, threats to you.
like if somebody had something really sharp.
Nah, we're not talking about that.
Oh, that's it. All right. I don't know.
What threats are you facing if you don't do anything for your mind, body, spirit during the summer?
I don't know.
Well, you have to know. I need an answer. All right, Liam, chime in. Unmute yourself and talk.
You'll get less smarter, less stronger, and you won't have very much spirit, I guess.
Why do you say less smart?
Well, sometimes you forget things.
So you kind of need reminders?
Yes.
All right. And why less strong? What do you mean by that?
You'll grow weaker if you don't do anything.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Anything else to add, Isaac? Wesley?
Yeah.
What else do you have to add to that?
I think it's most. Oh,
So, Isaac, when you speak, you gotta unmute yourself.
I know. I thought you said it was Wesley's turn.
Well, I'm still waiting for Wesley to show something other than his forehead. There we go. Remember our Zoom rules? You have to at least be part of your face in there because we don't want to see the boogers in your nose either. There we go. And we also don't want to just see the eyeballs poking up over the edge. All right. So what about this, guys? What about when you go back to school and you're talking with the various people there and you have no stories? What did you do this summer? I sat around and played video games. It was exciting. You have no adventure stories about almost drowning in the green pool, right, Isaac? Or getting chased by the dog. What stories do you think you'd be missing out on if you didn't take some action? What do you think, Isaac?
Going on a big adventure to like somewhere where your friends haven't heard of, or like somewhere where your friends don't really know as much about.
So no bragging rights. We call those bragging rights. Check out what I did over the summer. All right. And it makes you look a little bit cooler, doesn't it? When you have good experiences. You ever run into anybody that never goes anywhere and never does anything? Are they interesting people? Nah, because they have no stories. So your mission in life should be to get some summer stories. All right. So next thing, opportunities. Opportunities. I'm going to write that down for you.
Do you want us to write it down?
Yes, you're going to write it down too, because that's the next thing we're going to talk about.
You also want us to write threats down?
You should have already done it. So you wrote down threats, and then I want you to write under it what some threats are to your self over the summer. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're done writing opportunities. Under opportunities, you're going to start writing things what kind of opportunities are presenting themselves this summer for you. And I'll go first while you guys are writing. Since it's not raining, I have the opportunity to ride my motorcycle way more. However, when it's super, super hot outside, I don't want to ride either. So it has to be like a Goldilocks zone for heat. Because if it's too hot, then it just sucks. You sweat all to death inside your gear. And if it's raining, then it's just wet and sad and miserable. So what kind of opportunities do you have? I have the opportunity to ride more. If I'm riding around, you know what? I never stay in the city. I always escape. So I have the opportunity to see other things. Sometimes outside the state, I have kind of a mission to make it to 5 or 6 states this summer. And I can ride a long way in a day. So I can go all over the place in just a few days. So I have the opportunity to ride when I get days off. What do you guys have the opportunities to do? Tell me.
The opportunities to do sports
What kind?
like tennis or swimming or golf or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to golf in the rain. You don't want to get struck by lightning during a thunderstorm either. So it's somewhat fun to play soccer in the rain when it's warm, but it really sucks when there's too much rain and the field is all muddy and gross and it's just cold and miserable. Give me something else.
When you're not able, or when you can go, like say there's like a discount on like traveling to a certain place, like lower amount of money in travels.
Okay. All right. Time for some trips. Let's call it travel deals. Those are some opportunities. Liam, what do you think? Wesley, what do you think? What are some opportunities that are gonna come up for you this summer?
I don't know.
So you say that you don't know. Are you engaged with planning for your summer?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So what does the fam have planned for Wesley? Or doing things as a group or whatever? Are you aware of anything that you're doing? Are you going to go to the coast? Are you going camping? You're going to try fishing? Are you going to go
I might go
skydiving
camping.
again? What do you think?
I might go camping.
Okay, mumbling. Don't mumble. Speak clear and
Camp-
concise.
Camping.
So camping. Do you guys have a favorite place that you go camping?
No, not really. We just go to random places we think that they think is good.
Oh, all right. Is that something that you like to do?
Yeah.
Why do you like to do it?
The one reason, I guess I don't like sleeping inside, I guess.
Okay, you get to sleep outside. That's nice. So I'm gonna put that down actually. Maybe that's something I should do too. Sleep outside and look at the stars. All right, Liam, tell us what are some opportunities for you this summer?
I know we're going to the water park for my birthday.
Oh, which water park? Do you know which one?
I don't know its name, but all I know is it's in Idaho.
It's in Nampa, Idaho. Yes, I know the one you're going to. Water park. That one's super cool in that there's also some there's some scary stuff there. I'll just say that there's some scary tubes there, but there's also a lot of really fun ones. I've been there a few times. Actually, I went there on my motorcycle once. I was riding by and I figured, I'm hot. I should go to the water park for a few hours, and I did, just by myself. What else? What other opportunities do you have?
Well, I have where we live, it's kind of colder than it should be during the summer, so I got more opportunities to go do something in the backyard.
All right, so simply just be outside. Be outside. All right, so let's rephrase the question. What opportunities are you missing for growing your mind? Or what opportunities are coming up for you to grow your mind? And while you're thinking of that, I'll tell you one of the things that I'm doing. I have a mission to read one book every week. And right now I've got some complicated reading to do. And so I'm looking to not only just get out and do stuff. In my free time, I'm not going to be watching movies or playing games. I'm going to be making myself better and stronger, mentally and physically too. I got some workout goals. So what are some mind opportunities that you think you should have? Since you're not in school, you actually have the opportunity to have some extra time. All right, Isaac, go ahead.
I would say probably the opportunities that we're missing, you said?
Or potential things that are going to happen.
I would say one opportunity that I'm missing is doing math.
Math.
I like math a lot, like a lot. And the only times that I really get math done at home is either if I have a work start. Frankie, sorry, is if I have some sort of book.
It's okay. That's okay. So he's gonna go take care of the dog. Your dog's barking made my guy's up here too. All right.
You have a dog?
Yep.
Oh.
Another Isaac has entered the room.
Sorry.
Hey Isaac, did you are you on a different unit right now?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened.
You have two going?
I don't know how that happened. I meant to go
All right.
go backwards and it just.
Let me do this. I'll take care of it. Don't report.
Okay.
There. Kicked it. Okay, guys. So let's go on to the last thing. All right. Liam, can you see the chat? And read me what that word is.
Priorities.
Priorities. All right. Priorities are things that we're going to do first or take care of first. What are your priorities for the month of July? Getting things done for the first 2 weeks of July. What do you think? Isaac, go ahead.
Staying mentally healthy and physically healthy.
All right. So lots of exercise, working out, making it to class, choking out Liam and Wesley. Yes. Good. All right. Mentally healthy, physically the same thing. Cool. All right. Wes, what about you? What are some of your priorities? What do you got to do? What are things that you really want to do and get done?
Like something I want to get done.
Exactly what I said.
Okay. I don't know. Book. I'm kind of reading. I want to get done with that, so I don't have to read it anymore, I guess.
Okay. So
And I'm
reading,
thinking, yeah.
you should be reading. You guys should be reading a lot this summer.
I actually joined this reading club.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The disappointing thing is that it's not the thing that I thought it would be. I thought it would be more different than I imagined it, and it's a whole different thing.
Wow.
Like entirely different.
All right.
Like I thought it was a personal thing, it's a group thing. And I thought it was like to improve on the skills you have. It, in my personal opinion, from what I saw, is like you don't have that many skills on reading, so we're gonna give you skills.
Oh, okay. This is, yeah, a little bit hard.
I'm
Well,
gonna read
like
more.
I told you, I'm reading a book a week. Some of these books, most of these books, I have not read, and the books are, we are told which ones we're going to be reading. Hey guys, this week read this book. Next week read this book. Get it done, and then we're going to talk about it. So it's important that everybody pulls their weight and does what they say they would do. So showing good integrity. All right, what else? Liam, any input on your priorities for the next month?
So what I want to do would be travel to Idaho.
What do you expect to see on your travels?
Well, what do I expect to see or what do I want to see?
Both.
Well, I expect to see is the highway.
The highway or the back of the headrest of your dad or your mom while they're driving. So that's a possibility.
What I want to see is my great grandma that lives somewhere down there.
Oh. So visiting family. Sometimes the opportunity to go down that way is difficult. I know this past winter, especially the basic way to Idaho is down the gorge. A lot of that was just completely blocked and snowed in and iced in. So you couldn't get that way. Interesting. So visiting family, that's a great opportunity. Especially seeing your grandmother. That's kind of cool. Great, because grandmothers usually spoil you, right? Normally. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right. All right. Any other opportunities that you have coming up that you want to have coming up? Go ahead, Isaac. Just you can speak.
I would say probably also visiting family because I really want to see my family in Virginia. Or no, sorry, the Philippines because we haven't seen them for a while, but they're just so expensive for airplane tickets.
Right now, yeah. So that would be a nice thing to have, but there's other
We can't
considerations.
afford it.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that my grandma, she's just like, she can sometimes be spoiling, sometimes she can be not spoiling, because one time my grandma or my dad was gonna buy something and it was like pretty expensive. My grandma gave her money and he's like, no, I won't take it. No, I won't take it. And grandma's like, here, you take it. And I'm like, yes. And then my dad's like, no, he doesn't need that. And I'm like, dang it.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, guys. So when you're on these calls, remember you have to speak. I want you to speak. You have to have input and you have to use your brain. Being silent is not an option. So we talked about 3 things: threats, opportunities, and priorities. You guys came up with threats to you that you will weaken, you'll get less smart, less strong, no bragging rights. If you be a nudge and don't do anything and just sit on the couch watching TV or playing video games. So the mission is to put that stuff away. There's a time for it, and get out and take some action. Does everybody agree? Thumbs up. Yep, absolutely.
I have to take action all this week because I have the swimming and tennis. So I
Excellent.
get to play tennis.
Excellent. I just gave my dog like a couple tennis balls. He likes them and he tries to carry 2 of them or 3 of them in his mouth at one time. And then he chews them and destroys them, and then they're all gone. So then you guys came up with, yep. Okay, so then you guys came up with opportunities, and you talked about outdoor sports, doing things outside, maybe get some summer travel deals, camping, sleeping outside. I put watching the stars, going to water parks. That's kind of a big thing. Just in general, being outside and having that extra time to do cool things. Under priorities, you guys want to stay mentally healthy, physically healthy, get some reading done, get traveling done, and get adventures and visiting family. And so the priorities are awesome, and you will get stories. With stories, you get to talk about things with authority and your experiences. Rather than reading it in a book, if I showed you a book, Liam, of the Columbia River Gorge, it would be a little bit different than you traveling through it. All right. So sometimes it's windy, super windy down there. Sometimes there's cool dust storms that cover the road. And sometimes it's just beautiful and clear. All right, guys. So that was our thing. The whole reason to go through that is, Isaac, what are those 7 P's again?
The 7 P's are proper, pretty planning. Oh, man,
Proper
I'm
prior
forgetting.
planning.
Proper prior planning. Can't remember the other ones.
Prevents
And
pretty poor performance. All right.
So I knew that there was pretty, but I couldn't remember the others.
So if we're looking to do the 7 P's, we have to look at also what threats do we have to those things, that planning, what kind of opportunities are available to us, and what are our priorities? What are the things we can actually get done? So there you go. That's your fireside chat for this Monday evening. Thank you guys a lot for your input. It was awesome. I am going to stop the recording now.